Jenna and I had a kind of a special relationship. We are both very easygoing, like to do a lot of active stuff. She and I hike pretty good distances. We always want to know what's around the next mountain or the next corner. And of course, we want to see wildlife. I probably more so than Jenna, and definitely want to see bears and moose and you name it.
It's just perfect out here.
Look, another marmot.
Growing up, we went to a lot of national parks. I always just really loved hiking and being outside, being away from typical like civilization. I had read in the National Geographic magazine this man who hiked the Andes, who trekked, I think, from like top to bottom. And that kind of made me want to just go and hike up in Montana a lot more vigorously than we had prior. We went to Glacier for the first time. I think I was either 8, I don't remember the exact age. I remember just being like, this is my favorite place in the world. It was just huge and beautiful, and I really loved it.
A lot of people call it the backbone of America. Typically, about 2 million people come to visit the park each year. It's a pretty rugged place, and you have to be willing to challenge yourself to see the remote portions of the park.
It really calms you. It feeds the soul, I always say. It really re-energizes you and puts more spark into your life again. And just makes you appreciate all the beautiful stuff we have around it. It's just a great feeling.
So we had no reason to be thinking anything was going to happen. I was walking around this corner in the trail, and coming the opposite direction towards us was a mom grizzly bear and 2 cubs. It made almost like a human expression of surprise when I saw it. And we just kind of met sort of head on, really close, like 5, 8 feet away. It didn't make a sound. I felt just immediate fear. Basically, my instinct was to run away. I took about 2 steps just up to where my dad was and fell down onto this rock. And I immediately blacked out.
I stepped in front of Jenna, and I see this thing running at me. It took between 0.2 and 0.7 of a second for impact. And why I even remember that fragment of a second is bizarre unless you've gone through something like this, when you start realizing that time is just a very interesting concept. That 0.2 to 0.7 of a second took forever, quite honestly. All I see is claws and teeth. I see the rest, but that's really what I see because it sticks out. It's lighter than the surrounding. And it ends up in the top of my left thigh. And like in slow motion, my head kind of looks down at it. And then the realization set in, that's a grizzly bear. And that's not good. And then this bear enters my thigh again. So I'm like, wait, this is not good. And my whole front is exposed. The bear basically jumped me and one of its claws hit my face.
The next thing I knew, I was awake and I stood up. I didn't actually see what was happening. Like, I could see body parts of his, but I couldn't see the whole thing. Like, I didn't see this bear attacking my dad. I just saw like what I knew to be a bear and what I knew to be my dad and maybe like his arm.
There's a cliff right next to me. Jenna's behind me, but I think she's okay. And I see these kind of bushes that didn't look that bad, quite honestly, to jump into. It was about a 25 feet dive down, so I literally dove off the mountain into the bushes.
I looked down and I saw that the bear spray had kind of fallen out of the side pouch where my dad had put it. The bear spray was already looking kind of beaten up. I was just like holding it and like trying to get the safety off, which is actually a really simple mechanism, but I panicked. I couldn't use it.
Jenna, jump! It's safe! Jenna!
I'm yelling, Jenna, come down here. There's nothing here.
I heard my dad say like, Jenna, look out, or Jenna, jump off the trail, and saw that the bear was coming at me.
Jenna, jump! Jenna!
I figured that, I don't know, going down off a ledge, falling down a hill would be better than just getting kind of ripped up by a bear. You know, you have your, in these kind of scenarios, you have your options that you would never actually consider in a calm situation, but I guess you weigh which one's worse. And I obviously thought the bear was worse. I remember taking like several steps as if I was running off this ledge. And the next thing I knew is I think I blacked out again. And I came to while I was in the middle of a free fall. And I remember my limbs kind of hitting along the side of rocks, and I remember my foot hitting a rock and my shoe coming off. And then I landed on this hard ledge just right on my butt. So I was on this smallish ledge. It was, I don't know, a few feet wide. I sort of looked up, and to me at that time it looked like my dad was almost midway down where I had fallen.
I see the bear, which is now down the trail from me, climbing back up and cocking its head to the left. And it got on top of me faster than I've seen anything ever move. It was like split second. So luckily I'm on my stomach and I can put my hands in my neck and just try to protect myself as much as possible.
I could hear my dad screaming. It was the worst sound to hear.
How do you get to the top of your game? Give it everything you've got.